What's up? I'm Sid and welcome to Savvy Sentient. In today's video, we're going to be discussing clairsentience. Before we get into the video though, please make sure you take a moment to subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you're notified whenever a new video is released, and leave a like so we can put some respect on that YouTube algorithm. Now let's get into the video. What is clairsentience? Well, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it is the perception of what is not normally perceptible. Now, while this is technically an accurate definition, it is not a thorough one. Surprisingly, Urban Dictionary had the most thorough and clear definition that I could bring to you all. So, according to Urban Dictionary, it is defined as the ability to clearly feel or clear feeling. Some people in the community also describe it as psychic feeling, which I think is pretty accurate as well. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a few different instances of clairsentience that I've experienced and how it manifests in my life. Okay, so we're going to just start with emotional. So for me, when in the presence of other people, I tend to be able to sense their energy. For example, I went to go visit a friend of mine at her job, and one of her managers, his energy was just giving me a sense of anxiety. And I was asking her what's up with him? Why is he acting like that? What's up with him? Because he was in kind of a mood. And then come to find out he just was having a very bad day. But I felt that prior to being informed of his situation. Another way that clairsentience presents in my life is as a warning. So there has been situations with a very toxic ex where I just felt as though something wasn't right. I felt as though I was being deceived and lied to, because like I said, toxic ex. But in these certain situations, like her saying she was going to be somewhere and come to find out she wasn't, I just had a sense of anxiety when I thought about the situation, to the point of persistence, to the point of nearly anxiety attacks, only to find out in the coming days or maybe a week or so that she was actually doing exactly what I believed she was doing. So every single instance with this person where I felt that there was some deception happening, there absolutely was, and I was informed of it prior to being confirmed. I knew psychically that something was awry prior to it being confirmed. So that's another way that clairsentience manifests for me. The next and final way that I'm going to discuss, I have two different instances. It might get a little heavy. I'm going to try to keep it light for y'all, but they do involve death. So anyone who knows me knows that I have a father, a biological father, and I have my dad, and my dad is my best friend. So this is not in reference to him, but with my biological father, he died a few years ago of cancer. And on the day that I was informed that he had passed, I was sitting in my apartment getting ready to go to work, and for some reason, I guess I just had time because I was sitting in my window looking out the window, and something just urged me to turn around. So I turn around and I look out of my bedroom door and I see a shadow of a person walking across the living room. And I just turned back around and continued to look out the window as if That didn't just happen. Internally, I felt peaceful. It wasn't bothersome. I didn't have that anxiety that I would have with situations that were negative. And so I just continued about my day, looked out the window, whatever. About 30 minutes later, I went to the rent office because one of my friends worked there and was talking to her about what happened. And I had a phone call come in from my cousin, his niece. So, answer the phone, and she basically says that she's calling to let me know that my biological father had passed. And I responded with, yeah, I know. Like, I just knew. Okay, so that was that. And I kind of just feel like, he was just coming to say goodbye. More recently, and more, I guess, in a time where I'm more open than I have been in the past to my spirituality. I was sitting in my living room or my dining room, they're connected. And I was sitting at my table and I was cleansing all of my stones, setting the intentions for my tarot cards as well. And, listening to little Janae, my goddess. And I just felt like someone was there with me. Out of nowhere, I just knew. And so I didn't trip or anything. I, again, felt peaceful. It wasn't something that was like overwhelming. Just peaceful. So as I'm going to put all my things away, I'm looking through my kitchen and I kind of hear like shuffling of paper very lightly, but of course no one else is here with me but me and my dog. But again, I wasn't alarmed. I'm just like, okay, you're welcome. Like, whoever you are, you're welcome here. It's fine. Because again, I didn't feel a negative energy. But I just knew someone was here with me. So the next morning, when I wake up, I'm on Facebook and my little sister DMs me. And she was DMing me to let me know that a good friend of mine, her mother had passed. So I'm like, geez, okay. So I hit her up, no response, because of course she's like busy with everything that's going on. And then later on that night, I find out, scrolling Facebook again, that this friend had actually posted like a tribute to her mother, and that yesterday, well, the previous day when I had experienced this was actually the day of the funeral, and this was when I was feeling the energy. So I was like, oh, okay, wow. That's who that was then. So again, I just felt like she was coming to say goodbye. She, when I was younger, was someone who, well, first of all, she lived across the street. So, like, she was someone who, when my mother couldn't, she was, she was part of that village that raises the child, So when my mother wasn't capable due to her own issues, there were several nights that I would spend a night or eat dinner over there or get a ride to school from there. So in my mind, I'm feeling like this was her saying goodbye to the children, even the ones that she didn't birth. So, yeah. Experiencing the energies of people who are no longer with us is a part of the Clairsentience as well. Hope that I ain't get too heavy, but I gotta tell the tale. I gotta let y'all know how I experienced this thing in the hopes that it will help you all and let you know that you're not crazy. Like, these things happen. and what you're feeling is, legitimate. So these are my experiences with clairsentience. I would love to hear your experiences, so definitely feel free to let me know some of the things that you've experienced down in the comments, and I do look forward to reading them. Before I wrap this thing up, just wanted to let you all know that I am doing a giveaway. The giveaway prize is going to be a free in-depth tarot reading from yours truly, as well as a piece of jewelry from a good friend of mine, Spiritual Healing. I'm going to leave a card here in the video. Click the card, watch the video to get the rules, and good luck to you on that. And until the next time I see you all, I am wishing you love and light and everything, right? And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.